taking a minute to watch my media review presentation. I decided to review Under Oath's album Disambiguation. Released in 2010, Disambiguation was the first album released after former drummer and clean vocalist Aaron Gillespie parted ways with the band. The previous album, titled Lost in the Sound of Separation, was very different from this album. If any of you are Under Oath fans, then you know what I mean. Disambiguation solidified Under Oath's standing as a hardcore band rather than a wishy-washy pop rock group. Now that you have a bit of history from the band, here's the criteria I'll be using to review the album: lyrics, vocals, melody, flow, and album art. Starting off with vocals, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate the vocals on this album a solid 10. Although I definitely appreciate Aaron's cleans on Under Oath's past releases, Spencer Chamberlain's haunting vocals really tie together the heavy and electronic parts of this album. His vocals really shine on the track Driftwood. Moving on to the lyrics category, I give this album a 9 out of 10. Personally, this album is my second favorite lyrically. Although it's full of really great lyrics, nothing's gonna top their 2006 release To Find the Great Line. My personal favorite song on this album is My Deteriorating Incline, which is a clip I played during the intro of this presentation. I believe the song holds a different meaning for everyone who listens to it, myself included. For me, this song's about realizing that you've been clinging to someone or something that's holding you back from achieving whatever it is that you want to do. It's also about realizing that in all reality, you're the only person that can make your dreams come true. And in order to do that, you might have to cut ties with people or things that you once depended on. Something that ties in with lyrics is melody. If a song's lyrics are great, but the melody isn't up to par, the whole song is ruined. Under Oath's melodies, although some might not call them that, have always been up to par for me. And this album's no different. I give this album a 10 in the melody category. Illuminator is a great example of this. This particular clip really adds to this track by giving a slight lull in the midst of an otherwise heavy song. Speaking of a lull in the middle of heaviness, this album is full of them. Under Oath has a tendency to include 1 or 2 slower or electronic-driven songs on each album, but this album actually has 3. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it completely changes the balance of the album in a really good way. Incompletion is my favorite slow track from this album. It's the final track on the album, and it leaves a really calm feeling after a chaotic listening experience. I believe this song is the perfect end to the band's final full-length album. So follow me to the empty ocean. We can watch the city descend behind the skyline. Because of the great balance of heavy and slow, I give this album a 10 in the flow category. The final criteria I used to review this album is the art on its cover. Some people might overlook this album due to its simple artwork. Although it fits the band's persona and the album itself, I still would like to see something more intricate. Since it does fit the band and the album, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Listening to this album's always made me happy, and knowing now that I won't be hearing any new full albums from Under Oath makes me want to share their work even more. This is a band that deserves respect and a legacy for all the lives that they've changed. I'd highly recommend this album to anyone looking to buy a new album from a great band. You can get it on iTunes or at Best Buy. Thank you for watching my presentation, and have a nice day.